So on day 60, so remember, first 30 days it's in greenhouses, second 60 it's in the farm. On day 60, we actually start picking. And we start picking the plant from the bottom to the top. And traditionally, because of how the plant absorbs nutrients, your stronger tobaccos that are fuller bodied are at the bottom of the plant. The medium kind of strength ones are in the middle, and your strongest leaves are going to be at the top. This is because of how the plant gets the sun and how the nutrients are distributed. But what we also do when we grow the plant is, obviously you guys know strong cigars are very popular. We'll mess with the plant while it's in the farm to try to give us as much strength as possible. Strength is kind of a product of the nutrients that the leaves are getting. So if we want a strong leaf of tobacco, we need more nutrients to the leaves. So this picking process where we pick the bottom third of the plant and then wait a week, pick the middle, and then pick the top a week apart is literally done so that we can actually continue to manipulate the amount of nutrients that these leaves are getting. So once we get rid of that bottom third, the roots are still driving the same amount of nutrients, but it's going to fewer leaves. So those are continuing for these last weeks to give each one further up more and more nutrition. Something else we'll do when we want strong cigars is tobacco has a beautiful flower, but we never let it bloom. As soon as we see it coming in, we get rid of it. Why? Because I don't want the plant's nutrition to feed the flower. I'd rather have the nutrition going to the leaves, and if the flower's there, then it's just taking away from what we could have for leaves. So these are all kind of small agricultural processes that really the farmers have developed over 100 years to manipulate the plant. So the stronger leaves, as you get towards the top, have a thicker texture, medium texture, thin texture. That coincides with the strength. The thin texture is a little milder, the medium texture is a little more medium, and the heavy, thick textures at the top are stronger. So if you guys have ever been on the phone or been reading some of the documentation or the brand descriptions, you hear people talking about the fillers as a Seco, a Viso, and a Ligero. Certainly, I think you've heard Ligero. The Seco, which means second, is actually the lower. The Visos are in the middle, and the Ligeros are on the top. So that's actually the definition. It has mainly to do with the texture, but that really coincides to where it came from on the plant. The strength, ultimately in that texture, when you break it down from a chemistry standpoint, is derived from the nicotine. And then when you talk about things like flavor, those are really derived from the sugar contents. So your nicotine is going to be least on the bottom of the plant and highest on the top. And then your sugars actually will be lowest at the top, lowest at the bottom, and highest in the middle. So typically where your sugar leaves are in the middle, more flavor. Where the nicotine's higher, more strength, more body.